Hello guys, and welcome to another tutorial. Well, I there was I said something the last time. Okay, I said something. I said I was going to show you how you can use your Android phone and get what a function does. Like in the last class, I did something like this. I did something like, let's say, test. I did a test is let's give it 200, and I'll now say print int test plus 20. So this is supposed to show me 220, right? This is supposed to show me 220, yes. So, and I hovered over this integer, and you can see that it converts a number blah 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 blah. And I said something like, if you're not on your laptop and you want to see what an integer function does. So the way to do it is very simple. Just say help int. So we want to get the help of int. That is, we want to see this thing now. This thing we are seeing here. So just all you just need to do is help. You write the function name. So if I open this thing, it gives us more information that we need, safe. But let me go to the top. So you can see here that you can see this thing: convert a number or string to an integer, or return 0 if no arguments are given, blah 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 blah. So this particular thing you're seeing here is what they call doc string, as in the documentation for that particular function. So you can see this particular thing here is exactly what we are seeing here. If you notice, is exactly what we have here. So look at this and look at what is popping up. So you can see it is the same thing, right? It's the same thing. So that is exactly what I said. If you are on Android phone and you want to see what a particular function does, and notice that I did not put this bracket here, I just put the object. So soon enough you will understand what I mean by object and all those things. Let me increase it to so that you people will see it too. I did not put any other bracket. Like this integer is just int. So if I wanted the one for str, I'll just write str, and you can see. So if I run this code, okay, there's something wrong with my console. Let me just exit. Let me just exhaust. Okay. Let's run the code again. So you can see this one: create a new string from an object, blah 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 blah. So this particular thing is the same thing when I hover. So you can see it's exactly the same thing. So whenever you want to see what a particular function does, or anything at all, if I put 23 here, so since 23 is an integer, it's going to show us the help documentation for what, for an integer. And that's exactly the beauty of programming language. Everything is an object. If you are close to me in, I don't mean like, I mean close to me in form of, in this programming something, you will hear me always say everything in Python, everything in an object oriented programming. Remember, during our introductory class I said that Python is object oriented, or it is an object oriented programming language, OOP. So because Python is an object oriented programming language, everything in Python is an object. And this particular int you're seeing and 23, they are just objects, simply objects. They are modeling real life 23 as a number. That is what they are doing. So I think this tutorial is just basically to just get you accustomed with whatever we are doing, so that you know that nothing is abstract. So if I wanted to model a human being in my program, all I need to do is create a human being class. So 23 is a number in real life which we use for counting. So it simply means that it is an object, and if you look inside here you will see that it is an object. So this may be too much, but I want you to know that yes, there are everything in Python is an object. Just let it keep ringing in your head that whenever you are talking about programming and you hear Python, you should remember that Python is based on objects. So what I'm saying now in essence is that even functions are objects. Everything in Python is totally an object. Okay. If I put this thing, now you know that this thing is a string, right? This quotation mark, that this 23 that has quotation mark is a string. So if I run this thing, if I run this program, you're going to see, oh okay, let's run. Okay, that is str. Let's try this. Okay, you can now see that str is an object, of its own. Okay, so that is exactly what we are saying. So you can look at the float and then you will see all the operations that can be done under it. So you can see that this float is also an object, and if you want to read, I think float does not have much, so it just say convert a string or a number to a floating point number if possible. So that's exactly what will happen here. So if you can look at it here, you will see that you have exactly that helper text that you're seeing. So this tutorial, what I just did was just to show you how to use. So if you're on Android, all you just need to do is type help this, and it now print what, how to use that particular function. Now there's one thing I like to say. I have two very important functions apart from the print, which is obviously very important. I have two more important functions I don't play with, this particular help and then one more which I'm going to show you in due time. But for now, always make use of this help function so that you can see how to use a particular object. Remember, everything in Python is an object. So when I say how to use an object, you should know that I'm talking about how to use anything in Python. If everything in Python is an object, and I just said use this help function to know how to use an object, so it simply means I'm just saying use this help function to learn anything in Python. So even if I can still check the help for help and you can see what it does. Let's see. It's possible now. It's possible because help is also an object. So you can see that help is an object, blah 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 blah. You can see how to use it. So that is it for this particular tutorial. Yes, it's very short, but I just wanted to use it to demonstrate to you how to use the help function. Okay, thank you, and I will drop another video soon.